if you want to relate to what is truly the participation of religion, I would say it's false. But if you really want to say just the identification of am I religious or not, I would say it's true.
I would still say it's not. I would say for older people it's definitely true, but for younger people maybe it's still true, but it becomes stronger as people grow older.
Bro, my brother. Every Nigerian is extremely religious.
No, I feel like maybe 20 years ago, yeah, a lot of people are definitely much more religious than right now. I feel like these days people don't really care that much for religion. People are leaning into this whole spirituality thing as to religion. So yeah, I don't think a lot of Nigerians are. But if you're putting into consideration the Awusas, yeah, they can really be religious over there, like the northern part of of Nigeria. But
I find that take interesting. Do you know? I disagree actually. Do you know why? I think that's the disconnect between how long ago we've been in Nigeria. When you still go on social media and all that stuff, almost all Nigerians are still hypocritical enough to believe that they are very religious. A shitload of Nigerians. I think the line you're drawing is you actually know that deep down
oh,
they're just doing
and
it
that
to just
thank
do
you.
it.
That's the point. Is the hypocrisy is the key
I
word.
think that's the
Yeah,
line.
a lot of Nigerians are, yeah.
Exactly. The hypocrisy is
Yeah.
this is the key word. But I think majority of Nigerians who associate themselves with one religion or the other, mostly Christianity or Islam. In northern Nigeria, it's mostly Islam, and in southern Nigeria and southeast Nigeria, mostly Christianity, and then southwest Nigeria, middle belt is a bit of a split between Christianity and Islam, and a lot of Nigerians would we will say, yeah, I'm super religious. You will see it in the number of churches and number of mosques in this country. I think there are way more churches in Nigeria than maybe even businesses or something. Because I mean, churches are like businesses today, and this is the hypocrisy behind the whole thing. They do it just for the sake of doing it. Every sort of atrocities that you would not expect is still just there, right? The girl that just sucked on 50 last night is there in the choir. The guy that just someone is there on the podium as a pastor. In fact, you're probably standing on a dead body that they have buried underneath because they want to increase the amount of people that come to the religious place, mosque or church. I don't care, whichever one. And that's the hypocrisy. But they all feign that extreme religiousness. Yeah, you will see it on Twitter. The same person that was just staring at OnlyFans post and saving it or archiving it or whatever is the same person that is going to be going super hard on LGBTQ plus, but not on the basis of anything like logic or whatever, but simply on the basis of the Bible does not accept it or the Quran does not accept it. You see, like the disconnect between that mentality. So the stereotype in itself, if you want to relate to what is truly the participation of religion, I would say it's false. But if you really want to say just the identification of am I religious or not, I would say it's true.
I would still say it's not. I would say for older people it's definitely true, but for younger people maybe it's still true, but it becomes stronger as people grow older.
Bro, my brother. Exactly, which is this? It's still the same thing, right? Like I'm looking at people that we grew up together, and they are still the same super religious. I know that they are up in the head. I know what they're capable of. I know that we do, and everyone is still feigning, God, I need to start going to church more. I need to start, like, they are still locked into it. And I think we have been a bit distant, but just pick the phone now, call anyone you know in Nigeria, even in Nigerian friend. I really think they're too into it, to be honest. And it shows. Like, bro, I can count the number of Nigerian friends that I have, like people that I know from Nigeria that are no longer going to the church anymore. Or maybe they don't go, but that
religious then, because if you think about it, it's not because they are, but it's because they feel like they have to, because it's a way to sort of be in this position that maybe, if you get what I mean, people believe like like protection, security, miracle, and all these things. Like it's better than to say no, I'm not believing because apparently maybe there is miracle, maybe there is this and whatever. So let me just do that and hope for something.
Exactly.
And it's just the security part of it, yeah, that makes people to
Exactly.
it love that.
I think there's a negative impact of it as well because it makes us very controllable as an entity, as a people. The politicians use it very strongly. The religious leaders that are using their religious facade as a business, they also use it very strongly. And this is why there's a lot of testimonies about witches and wizards and this and that. I'm not saying they don't exist or that they exist. It's just Nigerians tend to fear them, even though they don't know what they are. When you watch a movie or a Nollywood movie about witches and wizards, there are only few Nollywood movies that shows the possibility of a good witch or a good wizard. Very few. And this tells us that we know what we think we know, but it's not like we know everything. But making it as negative, as bad as possible, it's also what's been done with our traditional religions, right? Make them look as the terrible. This is I'm probably a negative
Yeah,
person. If
yeah.
I'm probably um
You're an evil person.
I'm
Yeah.
probably trying to do
Yeah.
someone evil. Exactly, evil is the word. I'm probably trying to do
Yeah.
something evil to someone, and then that pushes you to say, well, there are people capable of doing the Ifa thing or Amadioa thing, so I have to rush to the mosque or the church, right? And that's not true. I mean, it's just a lot. It's ignorance, right? But yeah, I would say that stereotype is probably, it's not true in the way it has been formulated to say all Nigerians, but for sure it's
Your
true
perception.
in the sense of majority of Nigerians who identify as religious, and it shows in the number of churches and mosques.